Imagine being able to land an attack on one of the fastest Jujutsu sorcerers alive. Can you be more powerful than that? We've all seen this recent JJK episode, right? And how Maki completely soloed the entire Zenin clan and came out victorious like a total badass. It was an absolutely great episode that perfectly captured just how much of a monster Maki is when she's at the peak of her strength, especially when her heavenly restriction is at its full potential, allowing her to achieve some really impressive feats. But amongst all of them, there was one that truly cemented just how powerful Maki really was, and that was outplaying Naoya's curse technique to land a killing blow. But to even grasp just how impressive this moment was, we must first understand how Naoya's curse technique actually works, which is called projection sorcery, and one of its abilities allows him to lock any opponent within a freeze frame just by touching them with the palm of his hand, leaving them totally vulnerable to Naoya's attacks. Although a target will only be frozen if they fail to move within 1/24th of a second after getting tagged by Naoya. Meaning, if you're not fast enough, you get locked into a frame, making you an easy target. So if Maki wanted her punch to land on Naoya whilst he was moving at such immense speeds, she would have to obey the rules of projection sorcery and consistently move within 1/24th of a second so she doesn't get frozen. But when Naoya tapped Maki's arm, he believed that he already had her in a checkmate since he assumed that Maki wouldn't be able to move fast enough. But unfortunately for him, she matched his speed 1-for-1, allowing her to successfully land a punch that completely obliterated his face. But can you imagine how fast you'd have to be to pull off something like that? At the very moment Maki was tagged, she made sure to not move a single muscle because 1. Naoya wasn't within range yet, and 2. She doesn't want to trigger his curse technique. So right when this man was about to attack Maki from behind, she turns around while moving consistently within every 1/24th of a second, then BAM! She planted that man into the dirt. And remember, this is all coming from a person with no cursed energy whatsoever, which makes this feat of Maki's even more impressive than it already is. What an absolute badass, am I right?